Conor Gallagher is set to leave Chelsea. Fellow Blues, according to the latest information reaching us as the summer transfer draws closer, is that Chelsea Football Club are ready to listen to offer above £50 million for the Englishman. So before we dive into this video proper talking about Conor Gallagher and other Chelsea reports, do you think it's worth for Chelsea to sell Conor Gallagher, considering the FFP rule that is trying to balance the books of accounts, at the same time considering Conor Gallagher's contribution to Chelsea, and also being a Bollywood uh, a supporter of Chelsea, and also showing his desire to continue with Chelsea Football Club? So do you think it's worth it for Chelsea to allow Conor Gallagher to go? Meanwhile, fellow Blues, I remember Alex here on Chelsea headquarters. I'm always here to give the latest Chelsea news and more happening from our football world. Alright, fellow Blues, according to the latest information reaching us, is that Chelsea Football Club are set to receive above £50 million from Conor Gallagher. And teams like Tottenham Hotspur, teams like Aston Villa are registering their interest. But my own concern here is that, yes, Conor Gallagher may not really be that technically gifted player, but whether we like it or not, this is our second best player for last season after Kopama. But if you are talking about EPA, you cannot talk about five midfielders without talking about Conor Gallagher for last season. You think it's worth it for Chelsea to sell Conor Gallagher? Remember, the bird at hand is better than a million in the bush. If you cannot get what you love, you have to love what you get. So far, so good as far as last season is concerned. Conor Gallagher is the best at Chelsea midfielder. Despite buying Enzo Fernandez for over £100 million, Moses Caicedo, we cannot compare their contribution to that of Conor Gallagher for last season. Conor Gallagher should be the complete midfielder among all of them. Like, Conor Gallagher is more of like a boss-to-boss, can play variety of positions, more of like a utility player, can give assist, can score goals. At the same time, he's showing that passion, that leadership, that charisma of what it takes to wear the blue jersey. Do you think it's worthwhile Chelsea sacrificing him as the sacrificial lamb to be able to balance the books of accounts? Remember these books of account that the Chelsea management are talking about. These are still mistakes from this current administration, because I continue to ask questions. If you say yes, you are pro, you guys know this business, or according to some fans, they say we should keep quiet, we talk too much. Yes, these same people that you said they are pro, who are custodian of Chelsea Football Club, if they truly know what they are doing, were they not aware of financial fair play when they were busy signing players like Enzo Fernandez, who had only 10 months experience in Europe? Because it's a World Cup winner, you signed him for £106 million. You ought to have signed Moses Caicedo for less than £90 million, but you delayed till Liverpool entered into the deal. Then you start to go for a bidding war. Then you ended up signing the same player for almost £120 million. If you are aware of financial fair play, why were you busy signing players here and there, players that are not even ready for Chelsea? For example, you signed players like Diego Moreira, you signed players like Cesar Casadi, you signed players like Gabriel, you signed players like Andre Santos, you signed players like Chukwuemeka, injury prone, you signed players like Chris Koko, injury prone, you signed player Romo Lavia with injury, £50 million down the drain. Then you sign players like Malongusto, injury players. When we are making all these signings here and there, how many of them now are successful? Meaning almost 20 businesses that Chelsea did or Chelsea has done since this current administration, only one is a standard, that is Kopama's deal. The rest is almost like a failure. Even if you say yes, over time they will get better, but when you are making decisions, signing players for the future, why you need to think about the present, think about the so-called FFP rule. So I believe this is a mistake on the part of Chelsea management. They should accept their blame. This is not issue of trying to make a player to pay for it. Yes, you may say yes, who is Conor Gallagher? But as it stands, Conor Gallagher is our best midfielder currently. How are we sure that the person that you want to go and bring in as a replacement will understand the Chelsea culture, will understand the Premier League, will be able to come into the team and suit into the team? You've not gotten a replacement, you want to say your best midfielder, your second best player. I think it does not worth it. Like they should find a way around the FFP rule and just give Conor Gallagher a new contract because the player is showing desire to stay with Chelsea. That is where Messi Mount comes in. So people are like, okay, Deans will lose Messi Mount. I will not be able to move on. Deans will lose players like Hazard. Yes, when Hazard saved Chelsea for a long time, and when he was about leaving Chelsea, then we still have other options like the likes of William Pedro and some other exciting attacking players we are looking up to. When Messi Mount left Chelsea, we have a lot of options, and it was more of like we are on transition. And Chelsea management gave Messi Mount option, but just that they failed to come into agreement. But Conor Gallagher now, a bold player who has been in Chelsea since age 8, he has not hid his admiration to continue with Chelsea and also fighting for the badge. You are considering selling. Then the other day they talk about Chalobha. Whether we like it or not, Chalobha is the best Chelsea defender since the departure of Thiago Silva. Like Thiago Silva number 1, Chalobha number 2. But currently, Chalobha is the best we're having. Fofana is not somebody we can rely on because for the past 1 year he has not kicked football, or even talking about wearing the Chelsea jersey. Then Disasi struggling with pace. The same reason why Chelsea sold Kalidou Koulibaly, because he was not having pace, but he's a good defender. Benobanga, she's not a player which you can rely on. It seems to be more of like a player who loses concentration. Sometimes the guy will just be like, say, not they are aware of, say, in the play football, and it's not consistent. David Cowie is still more of like an inexperienced player who is trying to just come off the rank, but injury not let him see last season. So go on to call other defenders. You discover that Chalobha is the best Chelsea defender. Now, Conor Gallagher, who happened to be our best midfielder and second best player after Kopama. You are telling us you want to say. Is it that this Chelsea management, they have an agenda to try and erase the past Chelsea, or what? Because when they took over Chelsea Football Club, they came up with a name, London Cowboys also. That's where I began to suspect this Chelsea management. Why changing the slogan from Pride of London to London Cowboys? What is the agenda? Is that the problem of Chelsea? Now you are selling homegrown players, all in the name of giving an excuse that you want to balance boost of accounts. If you know what you're doing, when you were busy signing players, even entering a deal for a player, you've signed a player 2 years in Novi Conches, that is a PS of Colombia. Yes, it's an exciting talent, but if you know FFP rule is before you, why making some decisions that are uncalled for? Okay, now you've entered into a deal for 65 million euro for a player that will arrive from Brazil next year, talent that has not been proven, with the hope of, say, there's maybe the next Messi or next Ronaldo, you're going to sign him. When you know you're on financial difficulty, why don't you think about the current situation? The excuse now is we need to balance FFP. So for me, the Chelsea management should do what they think it's okay for the Chelsea Football Club. Just like I always say, our own is just for we to cross our hands and watch. So fellow Blues, I leave it with you guys. Do you think it will be proper to sell Conor Gallagher?